Hi, welcome to another advanced Figma tutorial. In this video, I'm gonna show you how I created this amazing website hero section using Figma, and also how I created this trendy tubelight effect easily. So if you are interested, let's get started. First, select the frame tool and bring in a desktop frame from here. Then I will keep only half of it, around 720 pixels. Now click on fill, select gradient and choose angular gradient. Use this rotate icon to rotate the color like this. Then I'm going to adjust its size and position a bit. After that, let's select our primary color. For now I'm choosing this blue color. Then give the second one a darker color that's close to blue. Now add another stop by clicking on this plus icon and give it the same dark color. You can copy and paste the color code like this. Then add one more stop and change the first one's color to a brighter tone. Finally, add another stop and make this one a bit darker. You can play around with colors until you are happy with the result. Now let's move on. I'm going to duplicate this frame by pressing Ctrl or Command D. Position it perfectly with the first one. Then right click and flip horizontally. And you will get this amazing tubelight effect. Though it's not perfect yet. So to make it even better, select both layers, right click and click on frame selection. Then duplicate it again by pressing Ctrl or Command D and bring it on top of the first one. Reduce its opacity to around 60% and change the blend mode to something that fits your design. For this one I like using screen, but I will choose hard light to keep the design a bit darker, so our content will be visible clearly. You may not see the full effect in this screen recording, but you will find the editable project in the description, so make sure to check that. You can make it even better by adding some extra glow. This part is totally optional. I just added a shape, gave it a brighter color and increased the blur to around 200. You can duplicate the shape multiple times, make each one smaller and give each a slightly brighter color. That way you will get a beautiful glowing effect. Now I'm going to select all layers and make them a single frame. You can use group, but I prefer frame because it gives more control. Let's rename it so our layer panel will be clean. Though I will be honest, I am too lazy to rename every single one. I don't want to start designing on top of this directly because it will be messy to manage layers. So I will add another desktop frame, rename it main frame and bring the tubelight inside it. Now we will keep all design layers on top of the tubelight layer but inside the main frame. Let's start with the navbar. I am going to add a small frame for the logo background. The size will be around 60 by 60 with some corner radius, and choose a color that stands out on the blue background. I will use this color for now, but it's not showing clearly because it's below the tubelight frame. So let's bring it on top. Now I will add a random logo. You can use any logo you want. Then I will add text beside it. Make sure it's above the tubelight layer. Set the line height to 20. Make it uppercase. Font size 30. Font weight semi-bold. And type mask foo. Select both text and logo and put them into auto layout. Next, let's add the nav links. Same process. The font size will be 16. Font weight regular, line height 16 as well. Duplicate the text, select both layers and put them in auto layout. Now duplicate again 2 more times, increase the gap between them something like 50. Change the link names to pricing, roadmap and blog. Maybe increase the gap a bit more, around 70. Looks better. Now select both logo and link sections and put them together in auto layout to keep alignment. It's totally optional. Then let's add a button on the right side. Create a frame around 160 by 53. Give it a bright color. I'll copy it from the logo background. If it's not visible, make sure the layer is above the Tubelight layer. Add corner radius 24. Then select all nav layers and put them into auto layout. Again, it's optional, but I like keeping it clean. Now let's add text on the button. Center align it using the align option. Set the font size to 18, font weight to medium, and now it's looking good. Now let's move on and create the hero title. I will just copy paste this text from ChatGPT. You can do the same for demo projects. Make sure the text layer is on top of everything so it's visible. If the text width is too long, make it shorter like this. For the title, the font size will be 70, font weight medium, line height will be 80, and make it center aligned. It looks fantastic. Now add the subtext in the same way. Adjust the width, set the font size to 30, line height to 40, and center align. To keep visual hierarchy, decrease its opacity to around 70%. Now let's duplicate this button and place it here. Before changing the text, I'm going to make it auto layout, so it will resize automatically based on the text. I think the subtext font could be a bit thinner, so let's make it regular. And finally, make sure everything is perfectly centered using alignment tools. If you want me to show how to convert this into real website using Webflow, make sure to comment Webflow. And if you want more advanced hero section videos, make sure to comment hero so that it will motivate me create more videos. Make sure to like and subscribe to support our channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.